Alright, so now we're in the Holy Halls, aren't we?
Tight little rehearsal space we have here.
Show us the new equipment and what you do with it.
Turn it on. So, I'll start with the guitar stuff. Down here, basically, these are all programs that I did back home that I dumped into here via MIDI, system exclusive message. And these are all the programs that I created for effects and tones, and it also allows me to switch channels on my amp. I use one of these little amp gizmo things, and this allows me to change the channels on virtually any amp really, but we're using orange now in Julien-K and line 6 for the pedals. These are my guitars that I brought with me. This is a custom guitar that I designed with Yamaha. It's a signature model, and we also have one for Ryan that's a 7-string, which I'll let him show you. It's a baritone, so it's a little longer scale. It's tuned lower. This is a big part of our sound. It's somewhere between a guitar and a bass, basically. Everything is custom on here, the pickup and the whole design was designed by me with Yamaha. And then I use a lot of, this guitar stand's not very good. I use a lot of different guitars for standard tuning, but I brought this one with me this time. It's actually a one-of-a-kind, but it's modeled after an old Yamaha they made in the 50s. It sounds sort of like a Telecaster or something like that. Or a Jaguar. It's kind of like a Fender Jaguar. Something like that. So I use that. And then over here, we start to get into the world that Fu helped create and started in Dead by Sunrise. We're using Main Stage to play back the sounds.
Set up a sequence, press play, upwards and downwards.
For the different songs. We have a lot of different so every song has a different sort of way that we program the sounds. They're all from our original sessions, so instead of us having to carry around a whole bunch of keyboards to recreate the sounds that we did, we're able to either sample them or recreate them in Main Stage. And I will give you to Fu, who can explain more.
Same rig over here. So all we have to fly with is these laptops, which is obviously very easy. I also run playback tracks here. We have like loops and a click track for Elias, and as you can see, there's like a mixing section, and everything's very customized in this program. It's kind of a blank slate, and then you just show it what your layout is. So I have a keyboard, I have some faders that I use to modulate effects and things like that, and just buttons that I press to control the playback for the loops and stuff. So once that's all kind of customized and set up to my system, then I go and program each song and get the balance and mix of all the different sounds. And then for performance, it just kind of goes all nice and black. There's some nice synth sounds in it. Preview of new songs.
So Elias, the drummer of Julien-K, just arrived, and now we have the chance to see him in action a bit, like before the Munich gig. Show us a bit what you're gonna play.
With the gear, I'm endorsed by Mapex Drums, and right now I'm actually using a configuration that's a little bit different from what I usually use. I'm going with a little bit of bigger drums. I've got a rack tom, which is a 14. I usually use like a 12. I've got a 16 floor tom, and I've got an actually 18 on this side, just a little deeper. Snare-wise, I'm trying to keep them the same a little bit. The only thing is, snare-wise, I'm using a little smaller snare. It's a 13, so it's a little bit higher for the for songs like Technical Difficulties and Someday Soon, things like that. I've also changed my cymbal setup a little bit. Also endorsed by Sabian cymbals, and I'm using a little bit heavier cymbals like the Vaults. I've got an APX on this side. I'm sticking to some of the AAX. I've got a China cymbal that's a little bit larger. I was breaking too many Chinas, so I had to go a little bit larger on the cymbals. I'm still using Vic Firth, and I've got my signature sticks down here. Hopefully somebody, maybe a lucky person or two will get a pair in the crowd in Munich or anywhere in Germany. I'm also using an SPDS pad, which is by a company named Roland. I decided to sample the drum percussion, the electronic side, this time around because the SPD allows me to have 6 pads. It allows me to do a little bit more as far as traveling wise. It's a little bit easier because I was using a TD20 with 2 electronic pads, and it's a little harder to travel with that. So on this, what I did is I ended up changing the sounds, and I threw them onto the SPDS pad, and I can carry it in my bag or backpack. It's a lot easier to travel with that. Other than that, that's really about it.
Would you hit it?
You want me to hit something?
Hit the
Yeah, let's
pad.
make some noise.
Yeah, this is the pad. So basically, if you like Someday starts off with electronics. You know, you would, you know, there's gonna be snares in there. Let me see what else is on here. Maestro, you know, starts off with the big, you know, kick, and you know, it's got that sound on there. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Dreamland, actually, Kick the Bass has that big, you know, electronic tom sound. So I'm able to play it. That's the cool thing about this pad, is I'm able to play all the sounds on here and change them around. And I've even got toms on here, so I can cheat if I want. I was thinking of doing the whole tour on this machine, but Amir talked me out of it, so now I'm kidding. Yeah, and that's about it, really. I've got a little mixer which allows me to hear everything with my in-ears and all that, so that's about it. I don't know.
Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you. Looking forward to
Appreciate it.
seeing everybody on tour. I'm
Yeah.
very excited. Hope to see all the fans.
Looking
So-
forward to see that too.
See you later.
Sure. This is what I do. Same as Amir, we make all of our effects back home, and then we sort of mimic them in these pedals. And then these pedals can basically, they're really easy to get, so we can get them anywhere. And then we take all our sounds and we put them in there, and we have exactly what we play at home. So it's pretty cool. I play a 7-string ever since the days before Korn, when I wrote Blind, which, you know, one of Korn's biggest songs. We all played 7 strings to tune them really low. So I've still played 7 strings 16 years later, and now I have my own custom model that Amir helped me design, basically based off of Amir's design. And then, of course, orange amps. And for a couple of songs, like Someday, I use a vocoder. So to play the song would go, someday, you can barely hear it. Someday soon you'll fall. That's how it goes. I'm sick right now, but someday, someday. So that's how I actually play that song on the chorus. And that's how it goes.
All right, now we gotta get to work.
Now get the fuck out.
So, wir lassen Sie uns jetzt hier